Lately, I've been getting a bunch of comments about how there's no proof God exists. And so people are like, God doesn't exist. There's no proof. On like all my videos. Anyway, I brought up 2 verses to discuss that because God doesn't need to prove himself that he exists. All right, so let's start with 2 Corinthians 5:7. It says, we walk by faith, not by sight. It's not faith if you see something. It's not saying, oh, I have faith that my bathroom got redone. It either did or it didn't. But that's what faith is. Faith is the hope for things unseen. And then if we go over to John 20, verse 29, Jesus says to his disciples as he resurrected from the dead, imagine Jesus as like a real human being who you just saw die. Now he's back telling you, I'm the Son of God. I'm healing people. Listen to me. I'm back from the dead. He said, because you've seen me, you believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. Because even his own disciples who saw him resurrect from the dead had a hard time believing it was actually him. Imagine how much harder it is for people who never saw Jesus in the body, how hard it is for them to believe. But Jesus says, blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. I haven't seen and yet I believe. I don't need to see a physical being for me to believe it's there. For me to believe he's real. I know in my heart he's real because he's transformed my life. That's what he says to do. He guarantees to fulfill his promises, and that's what he's done. The Lord has fulfilled every promise in the Bible. If you go through and look at some of them, you'll find that they all come true. All the promises he makes to us, all the things that he says are possible through him and him alone, they are possible through him and him alone. So I don't need physical proof to prove that God is real. Why is it my job to prove God is real? Look at the plenty of people, even notable celebrities, who believe that they've been saved by Jesus Christ. I was not the only one, and they're not going to have proof either, because faith is the hope for things unseen, and we must walk by faith, not by sight. I'd much prefer to walk by faith with Jesus than by sight of the things I see on this earth. It's not cutting it. And the relationship I have with Jesus is way better than anything the things of this earth could give me.